So, when we talk about big men in the league and who's changing the game, you must bring up Nikola Jokic. Jokic isn't your regular big man who just plays back to the basket, grabs rebounds, and sets screens. He's truly a savant at the game of basketball. From all areas on the floor, Jokic can be effective, and if the opposing team isn't fully prepared for him, well, they might as well get ready to take the L. For many players, they need another bona fide star next to them to really make a push and win games, but for Jokic, he understands how to make his guys around him better, and with that amazing IQ of his, he can either lead the way with his passing, his scoring, or as all of you have seen, he can very well lead the way while doing both. To average 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists on 64% true shooting is something unheard of from a big man, but in the year 2025, this is what we are witnessing. This whole season, the Serbian savant has been on another level, making his case to be the MVP of the league for the 4th time, and honestly, I don't have a problem with him being ranked number 1 at the moment. If we're to key in on his last 10 games, Jokic has put up 32 points a night with 12 rebounds and 9 assists to go along with it, while knocking down 54% of his shots from the field and 44% of his three-pointers. This here is truly something that all of us must appreciate, and what better way to do it than to analyze all aspects of his game in detail. When looking at the way he approaches the game, Jokic loves to get his guys involved early to get the juices flowing, and one of his greatest strengths is his ability to find open teammates when the defense is focused on him. So right here, when he attracts the attention of both Wemby and Chris Paul after the pick and roll, Paul understands that the postgame of Nikola is a deadly aspect. So he stays close in the paint to help out, but now he leaves open a wide open Russell Westbrook for an open 3-ball. A lot of the time when these doubles are sent, it forces a defender to pick and choose between two offensive players to guard, and when you have a cutter like Russ pulling in the defense, it now makes the defender assume that's where Jokic is going with the pass, but lo and behold, here comes the kick out to the corner for a Christian Braun 3-pointer. This gravity Jokic has is truly absurd, as it'll have defenders' eyes glued on him as if they're front row at a concert, and before they know it, they're actually the bad security guard that allows someone to get on stage. For most players, sending the double actually works as they tend to panic and just kick it right out, but for Jokic, he doesn't immediately look to the outside for relief, as instead, he'll look for guys slicing to the basket, give a look as if he's gonna pass it there, which fakes out Mitchell, and now Brown once again has a wide open money ball. This ability to find his guys on the floor all comes down to Jokic always keeping his eyes scanning, so once he notices a defender trying to creep up and make life hard for him, he'll take the easy route and just zip it down to his teammate for a bucket inside. Now I get it, I understand some people really don't get excited about a player passing the ball, but I want you all to look at something. Not many times do you see a player not only turn to spot the double, but they also spot the guy they want to find all the way across the court opposed to the guy at the top of the key, and then to evade the double, Jokic spins off baseline to swing this pass all the way to the corner for a Murray 3-pointer. Yeah, trust me, the vision is ridiculous, and it leads to Jokic dishing out 9 assists per game this season, which lands him at 2nd in the league. Now, like I previously stated, Jokic always has his eyes up waiting to spot an opening in the defense to exploit, and trust and believe, if the defense isn't all the way locked in and just one person is unaware of what's going on, well, here's where you get this nasty overhead dime that leads to a layup at the rim. Capitalizing on defensive lapses like this is the bread and butter of Nikola's facilitating, and it doesn't even have to be major, it can be as simple as getting beat backdoor off a cut. This synergy Jokic has with his teammates makes things flow seamlessly on the court, as all they have to do is move to the open areas and he will make sure to get it to him. If you watch this play here, most would assume that Jokic will send this to Russ on the cut, but that's the thing, you always have to expect the unexpected with Jokic, and with his teammates already knowing this, MPJ decides to cut right behind Russ, and now he's rewarded with a poster. For the defense, they can't get too ahead of themselves or stuck in one place when watching him operate, because although it seems as if he's going to send this one to the corner, he's actually going to the slot area, and MPJ is now firing it up for straight, wait, everybody say it with me, he's now firing it up for straight cash. This ability to play make for his teammates is the main reason guys love playing with him, as his unselfish nature leads to great chemistry, but don't for one second think he won't insert himself within the offense to showcase his dominance. With Jokic standing near 7 foot tall, 284 pounds, it's quite hard to stop him from getting to the paint when he sets his mind to it, and now he's headed to the line for one more. This force of his often moves players out the way or to the ground completely, and this is what makes him a nightmare to defend. Because not only will the brute force be a factor, as once he gets you where he wants you, here's where you can get crafty with the spin move to then bank this in high off the glass. This spin move he uses isn't necessarily the fastest spin move in history, but once he fills you up high on one side of his body, that's when he uses the spin out going the opposite way, and now he has the perfect angle to sink the bucket. You can see right here the defender's weight is more towards this side of Jokic's body, so once that spin is initiated, it's hard to really stop the drive. And then once again, you can see the defender's momentum is carrying him more towards the baseline, so once Nikola spins back towards the middle of the floor, there's virtually nothing you can do. If I'm being honest, there's really no guarding this move, because with those elbows and body weight moving around, it leaves defenders in the dust just watching him score the easy one. Now I know, I get it, I make it sound simple, but it's honestly not. Nikola has just mastered the art of positioning, which is probably the most useful skill in basketball. A lot of people think you need to be super athletic, as in jumping out the gym, or have speed that kills the defense, but that's certainly far from the truth. If you understand how to leverage your position versus the guy guarding you, you can really get easy buckets with no effort. Take this play for an example. Jokic immediately starts backing into Collins once they hit the paint, and instead of fighting with Collins when he goes to front him, Jokic decides to shield him off while opening up this whole right side to receive the ball, and now it's an easy catch to an easy finish. Still don't believe me? Well, how about here where Jokic seals off Kessler on the paint side, and look, all this space has been generated on the catch, and there's no way Kessler can affect the layup. This right here doesn't take a whole lot of energy, and honestly, it doesn't take a whole lot of skill, but what it does take is IQ. Not every player can recognize when they have an advantage on their defender as far as placement on the floor, but when we're talking about the Serbian savant, things are quite different. Not only does he use the IQ to dominate inside, as he'll also use it when operating further away from the basket. With most defenders thinking Jokic is going to go set a screen to get his guy open, this is where staying 2 steps ahead comes in handy, and now Plumlee is late on the face cut, allowing Jokic to go grab an and one. It's understandable that defenders will predict certain things, as that's what they've seen countless of times, but when you're dealing with elite players, you must play them honest or else you're going to be taught a lesson. And trust me, it's not just a lesson on these cuts, as if you don't step out because you assume he won't take the shot, well now it's time to pay up. When you do assume he's going to go all the way in and move out the way, well now you're just giving up a freebie. And with those amazing passing skills, if the defense thinks you're going to find a cutter on the play and backs up, they now give you a free pass to go get a butterball. Like I stated earlier, Jokic is a problem from all areas on the floor and can dominate the game in all aspects. Need him to go score? He can do that. Need him to set up a teammate? He can do that as well. And if you need him to simply do it all and carry the team on his back, well guess what? He can do that with no problem. The Denver Nuggets currently sit at 4th in the Western Conference, and with a player like Nikola Jokic, you can never really count this team out to make a big push. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to be first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.